The Atlatl is a spear thrower that uses leverage to propel darts or spears at high speeds and long distances. This tool has been around for thousands of years and has been used to kill everything from fish to mammoths. In this video, I'll show you how to make your own Atlatl from natural materials, as well as how to use it. Begin by finding a tall and thin sapling that's fairly straight. We'll be turning this into the dart or spear. I'm using this piece of alder, but other materials from river cane to willow work as well, depending on what you have in your area. Cut off a section between 6 to 8 feet long. We want our dart to be about this length and around the thickness of a finger or thumb. This dart is on the thicker side, but will still do. And of course, the straighter the dart, the better. You can always use the heat of a fire to straighten any curves, but I'll cover that in a future video. Use a knife or a sharp rock edge to scrape off all the bark. This will lighten the dart and thin it a bit more. Afterwards, create a dimple in the thinner end of the dart. This is what's going to be holding onto your Atlatl thrower. Don't make the dimple too wide, or else the outer edge will break. Now it's time to add the fletches. Fletches create drag on the back of the dart, causing it to travel straight when it's thrown. 3 feather halves work best, and you can find decent sized ones around areas where large birds such as turkey or geese inhabit. If you can't find any feathers, you can use plant fibers or duct tape fletches on your dart. You can even make a dart without fletches, but this requires solid technique to throw it effectively. Bind the fletches onto the dart a couple inches from the dimpled end. The fletches should be an equal distance from one another. You can make your own cordage from plant fibers, or use strands of sinew to bind your fletches, but a fine string like thread works too. Secure the front ends of the fletches, and then run a spiral moving toward the back ends of the fletches, and secure those ends. Really make sure those fletches are attached to your dart so that they don't slide off during a throw. Use conifer resin, or glue if you have it, to secure the end of your string. I'm using resin from this pine stick. The dart naturally is going to have a center of balance, so place the fletches in a way in which the prime fletch is right on top of the middle and the bottom fletches are an equal distance apart. For the dart tip, there are a couple of options. Stone or metal heads are the most effective for big game, but in a survival situation where you may not have the time or resources, simply sharpening the end and fire hardening it will do. For fish and small game, you can create a 4-pronged end or a blunt end like I'm using here. Unlike sharp points, a blunt end uses force to kill a target. Aim for the back of the head of the animal. Alright, with the dart complete, it's time to make the Atlatl thrower. Cut off a section of wood around 1 to 2 inches thick and the length from your fingertips to the middle of your bicep. Because of their strength, hardwoods are ideal, so I'm using this piece of maple. Use a knife to hammer an X into an end of your piece. What we're doing is creating the spur that will hold the dart. Take away material across the belly of the wood until you reach the X. Material should start to flake away from the lines of the X, and a triangle should start to form. Carve away the bottom and top of the triangle so that a point is established. This point will become your spur that will hold the dart by its dimple. Take off more material from the belly, back, and sides so that the throw is fairly light. Too heavy, and your throws will be slow and tiring. Carve a handle section at the end so that you can hold your Atlatl comfortably. I like to round mine. In the end, your Atlatl thrower should look something like this. Of course, with more attention to detail, your Atlatl can look more like this. Alright, now it's time to throw it. Hold the Atlatl in your dominant hand. Place the spur of the Atlatl thrower into the dimple of the dart. Your pinky, ring finger, and middle finger should be gripping the handle of the thrower. Your pointer finger and thumb should be holding the dart. Stand sideways as if you were about to throw a ball. Hold the Atlatl just behind your ear with the dart level to the ground. The dart can sit anywhere along the height from the top of your head to cheek level. I like to hold mine at eye level. You probably will feel the set pulling forwards or backwards. If it's going backwards, your thrower is too heavy, so reduce even more material to lighten it. If your Atlatl is going forwards, either your dart can be thinned down to lighten it, or a small stone known as a counterbalance can be tied to your thrower to balance the weight. Having a properly balanced Atlatl is key for controlled throws, since stable darts equals stable throws. But the balance doesn't need to be perfect for it to function. The tip of the dart should be pointing at the target. How close the tip is to the target and what angle the dart is at will depend on your style of throw, so it will take many throws to figure out how to aim. Step forward with your lead foot as you begin your throw and release the dart from your finger and thumb as it passes your ear. Follow through with your thrower, really swinging down toward the direction of your target. Remember, the Atlatl is a spear thrower, not just a holder, so take advantage of that extra leverage to propel your dart. Now if you're hunting, you may want to avoid stepping with your lead foot, as this movement will startle the animal if it catches it. You can pivot or lift your back foot to still use your lower body in the throw. Sometimes you may want to throw your atlatl on one knee if you're trying to get low or hide behind brush. My biggest tip for consistent and accurate throws is to keep that dart as level as possible during the throw. This provides your brain with a more consistent path of flight and helps you to lock onto your target. The Atlatl is my favorite primitive hunting weapon and is a fun tool to show friends and family. I even played tic-tac-toe against my college roommate with it. You can check it out on my TikTok. The Atlatl may feel awkward at first, but eventually you'll be able to throw it fast, far, and accurately, as our ancestors have done for thousands of years.